I have a confession. I have Cyberpunk 2077 installed. I have Elden Ring installed. But when I finally get that golden 30-minute window after the baby goes down, I don't play them. Why? Because I don't have the mental bandwidth to manage inventory or remember complex lore. When you become a parent, you quickly learn that your time is the most expensive asset that you own. You can't afford startup costs. You need immediate liquidity, you need dopamine, and you need it now. Enter Megabonk. It looks like a fever dream, plays like Tony Hawk Pro Skater had a baby with Vampire Survivors, and it might just be the highest ROI game on the Steam Deck right now. If you've played Vampire Survivors, then you already know the drill. Auto-firing weapons, hordes of enemies, level up selections, dopamine numbers go up. But the problem with the Survivors genre is that usually you just walk. It's passive. Megabonk essentially changes that formula by adding 3D mechanics and physics. You aren't just walking, you're jumping, sliding, skateboarding, literally bonking enemies into oblivion. The movement has weight, you have to maintain momentum. It turns a passive genre into an active flow state, and it engages that part of your brain that loves movement shooters, but keeps the one more run addiction of a roguelite. Now, let's talk hardware, because if a game runs like trash on the deck, it doesn't matter how fun it is, I'm probably not playing it without streaming. I am happy to report, though, that this game feels native to the Steam Deck hardware. On the OLED, you're looking at a locked 90 Hz for the majority of your run. The colors are vibrant, the text is readable, which is actually rare for some of these indie games, and the controls feel snappy. So essentially on the Steam Deck, this game runs buttery smooth. Plus, it gently sips battery compared to other titles, especially AAA titles, so you aren't tethered to a wall while you're trapped under the sleeping toddler trying to get a couple of rounds in. But does it pass the dad test? Let's run the numbers. A full run in Megabonk is roughly 15 to 20 minutes. This is the sweet spot. It fits perfectly into an app window. You can pick it up, destroy a few thousand enemies, unlock a new weapon, and put it down feeling satisfied. You actually make progress in 15 minutes, unlike an RPG where you spend 15 minutes just sorting through your inventory or trying to remember where you are. The second metric that we'll take a look at is the wife aggro mitigation. This is huge. This game has a native pause feature that actually pauses. It's single player, so when the baby cries or the wife asks for help with groceries, you hit the power button on the deck suspends it instantly, you come back 3 hours later, and you are exactly where you left off. Zero penalty, zero stress. And finally, is it actually fun? Yes, absolutely. There's something primal about the gameplay here. Smashing thousands of enemies with your weapon of choice, or taking out a boss in seconds with the critical build that you built with your character on this run. Watching the screen fill with chaos. It scratches that itch that 2D games just can't really reach, at least for me anyways. Now the downsides. Is it perfect? No. The humor can be a little internet 2015, so if you don't like meme humor, you might roll your eyes at some of the text, and the difficulty curve is real. Once you hit tier 2 or tier 3, the game stops holding your hand and demands you actually get good at the movement. But honestly, for a $10 game, these are barely complaints. So what's the final ROI calculation? Well, the cost is $10, essentially a Happy Meal for your kid. The time to fun is instant, and the risk of interruption is zero. If you're a busy parent looking for something that respects your time but still feels high energy, Megabonk is a mandatory install. It's a perfect palate cleanser between those massive 100-hour RPGs that we keep buying but never finishing. Me, myself, I've had this game for a few days to a week, and unfortunately, I already have 20 hours in it. I don't know how, maybe a lot of that's on the pause screen, but it's the honest truth according to my Steam library. I'm the Naptime Dad. I review tech and games to help you get the best return on your gaming time. If that sounds useful, hit the subscribe and the like button. And remember, the only grinding we do is for coffee beans. I'll catch you in the next one.